On Monday alone, Governor Kevin Stitt signed 41 bills into law, setting in motion what would become the first controversial and at times confrontational week of the first session of the 58th Legislature. All of this unfolding as another important deadline comes and goes. Jason Doyle begins our team coverage with a look at some of the bills that are causing controversy among lawmakers and the public.
Protesters in the House Chamber Gallery interrupted legislative work on Wednesday. They voiced their displeasure with bills dealing with abortion restrictions, giving immunity to drivers who may injure or kill a person while trying to get away from a riot, and other protesting restrictions. They also protested Senate Bill 2, the Save Women's Sports Act, which bans transgendered athletes from competing in girls' and women's sports. It was taken up on Monday by the House.
The idea that this is being brought forth to make a mail card or to be hateful or bigoted is so not what is the intent of this language.
Representative Toni Hassenbeck says she's heard concerns about Oklahoma losing multi-million-dollar events like NCAA basketball tournaments or the College Softball World Series.
Because there are 32 states introducing this language right now, this blanket statement has gone out to all of those states. It's gone out to all 50 states. So to single us out in some of the news articles and to say that we are going to lose all this money and that the NCAA has said they are not coming here is simply false.
When asked if she's had an instance in her district of an issue with a transgendered athlete participating in women's sports, Hassenbeck responded, constituents wanted this bill.
I've been knocking doors for a while, and I have had people on my doorsteps in my district say, you have to fix this problem. It has been a problem for some of them. Yes, that is where that came from.
Those opposed to Senate Bill 2 say it's an unnecessary intrusion into school sports.
OSSAA has already established procedures for determining team participation in sports. Moreover, we have seen no cases anywhere in Oklahoma relating to this alleged problem.
We've got people who are continuously fighting for an access to an equitable life, right? Legislation like this pulls that away.
The supporters say this is about protecting women and girls.
You are either a man or a woman, and it is unfair to compete. It's unfair to the women. This bill is about women, women's rights.
I want to remind everyone that the reason that this bill is important to me is because of the suicidality rate in the population that is transgender students.
When the vote was taken Monday evening, the supporters won the day.
Declare the vote.
73 aye, 19 nay.
Senate Bill 2 now heads back to the Senate. Members of the Oklahoma healthcare community paid a visit to the Capitol on Tuesday to protest Governor Stitt's managed care program for Medicaid called Sooner Select.
As the president for the Oklahoma State Medical Association, we hear every day from physicians, from patients, from other parts of the healthcare system and their concerns about what may happen going forward.
The group is supporting Senate Bill 131, which replaces Stitt's third-party contracts with managed care organizations and replaces them with internal reforms within the Oklahoma Healthcare Authority, the agency tasked with managing the state's Medicaid program.
There is absolutely no correlation with MCOs and better health outcomes. Also, there is no correlation between being a high-ranked or a low-ranked state in America's health rankings regarding MCO performance.
Some believe the private sector would do a better job.
I just ask everybody to think about how many programs we look to and say, gosh, I wish we did it as well as government does it.
Senate Bill 131 won House approval late Tuesday night by a veto-proof margin and now heads to the Senate.
Declare the vote.
73 aye, 17 nay.
That didn't sit well with Governor Stitt. He responded to a statement saying It is disappointing that in the dead of night, 57 House Republicans voted to grow government and spend $1.2 billion of taxpayer money over 5 years in a one-way ticket to Joe Biden's socialized health care plan in order to please the Oklahoma Hospital Association. Oklahoma ranks 49th in the nation in health outcomes, and our constituents deserve better. Oklahomans hired me to bring a fresh set of eyes to all areas of government, which is why I believe Sooner Select is the right path forward for our state and why I will continue to advocate for this needed change. But not all events at the Capitol this week were as contentious. That includes the signing of Ida's law to address missing and murdered Indigenous people.
This bill will ensure a more coordinated response. It's an example of how Oklahoma succeeds when the state, the tribes, and our federal partners all work together.
Looking ahead, the budget looms large for the legislature and Governor Stitt as the session draws nearer to a close at the end of May. Jason Doyle, the Oklahoma News Report.